tunnel run. I'm Becky Evans, and this is the Stig's top secret lair. It's the perfect place to celebrate the old school sounds of combustion by letting the Stig loose in a rock star band of cars that go all the way to 11.
We're back at Catesby, the leaky old tunnel turned high-tech test centre, where we're letting Stig go wild in the world's loudest cars. For the full history lesson and to find out what makes Catesby so cool, head back to video 1 in this series. And in the tunnel today, it's a proper Italian diva. The Lamborghini Huracán STO, a special version of Lambo's shy, understated supercar. Only joking. It's a nutter and the most hardcore Huracán you can buy, if you have £250,000 to spare. Although with options, this one's closer to 300,000. Although I could probably live without the £3,000 carbon floor mats.
STO is for Super Trofeo Omologato. It is for Lambo what Pista is to Ferrari or LT for McLaren. Think of it as a cross between the Super Trofeo Racer and the regular road-going Huracán. It is essentially a track toy with number plates. It is the Huracán in its lightest, most aggro form. At its heart is Lambo's familiar 5.2-litre V10 engine, but it's been turned up to make 631 horsepower. And it's also lost weight. The glass is thinner, the wheels are magnesium, and 75% of the bodywork is carbon fibre. And unlike the regular Huracán, which is four-wheel drive, this one comes in rear-wheel drive only. It's got rear-wheel steer with torque vectoring for super sharp cornering, which will be perfect for our completely straight tunnel.
Lamborghini loves a speedy badge, and STO is the latest in a long line of them. It all started in 1971 with SV, Super Veloce or Super Fast. It was first used on the Miura SV and famously on the Murcielago. Then there's Jota, the Spanish for J. Long story short, it was a nod to Section J of the FIA's old racing rulebook. Put them together and you get SVJ for Super Veloce Jota, recently reserved for the most extreme Aventadors. There's Evo for evolutions of a beast, and VT for viscous traction or four-wheel drive, first seen on the Diablo. QV was for Quattro Valvole, or 4 valves per cylinder, debuted on the Countach. S was for speed, probably. And there were proper words too. Superleggera is for super light, and you don't need Duolingo to translate performante. And of course, Balboni, Lambo's legendary test driver, whose name appeared on a rear-wheel drive, super slidey Gallardo.
I know you want to hear it. So do I. So before the Stig sets off, let's talk aero. Firstly, this wing. It's as sharp as a scalpel, and it can be adjusted for different levels of downforce, low, medium, and high. We've got it set at low drag today for maximum speed in the tunnel. This dorsal fin helps air travel neatly over the wing, and these gills let heat escape the radiators. The result? It's 37% more slippery than its predecessor, the Performante, and it has 53% more downforce. And around the front, Lambo calls this entire section the Confango. This is a cross between two Italian words, Cofano for hood and Parafango for fender. But to you and me, it's a giant clamshell. So that's the lowdown. It's time to fire it up. Lamborghini's big boss calls this car a celebration of the combustion engine. And when Stig lets rip, we'll know exactly why. It's time to take it to the tunnel. Let's do this. Here's how it works. Stig's got 2 runs to make as much racket as possible. That's nearly 3.5 miles of pure noise. Let's hear it. 90 95.2. That's about as loud as a blender full of marbles. We've heard it now, let's send Stig.
Let's rewind that, shall we? I want to hear that again. And this time, let's get closer. They probably heard that all the way back in Bologna. Want to hear it again? Me too. But before that, there's someone you need to meet.
Firstly, if you're not wearing any headphones, get some on now. Trust me, you really need them for this bit.
This is Mike. Inside Mike's ears are two microphones that record sound just like our own ears in 3D. He's shaped like this to mimic the way sound travels into and around our heads. So when you play it back, you hear what Mike hears as if you were actually here, listening with your own ears. This isn't just surround sound, it's sonic sorcery. It works everywhere I go. This side, that side. Are you freaked out yet? Now imagine what it sounds like when we put Mike in the passenger seat. To bring that tunnel run magic straight into your ears. You know the feeling. Windows down, drop a few gears, floor it. Feel the noise. With Mike's help, we can recreate that for you right now. Let's head back to the Stig, and this time you can go on board. Remember, headphones on. Get ready to ride, and I'll see you next time. On the Top Gear tunnel run.